members of the Provincial Executive Committee, leadership of all our leagues, leadership of the alliance partners, the South African Communist Party, COSATU, and SANCO, traditional leaders and religious leaders who are with us here today, business leaders and leaders of all other sectors of civil society, comrades and friends, receive my warm revolutionary greetings. It is indeed always my pleasure to address members and supporters of our glorious movement in this province of the state where the ANC was born more than 104 years ago. We are here today to launch our local government elections manifesto at a provincial level, following the national launch which took place in Port Elizabeth on the 16th of April. It is important to note that we follow the practice of taking our manifesto to the provinces and regions in order to stay consistent with the ANC tradition of close contact with the people at all times. To this end, our branches are encouraged to convene public meetings where they will explain to community members how our manifesto will deal with the specific issues in their specific communities. In other words, each branch must work hard to localize the national manifesto of our movement and develop from the general concepts contained in its specific solutions for specific challenges in specific places. That is the task facing all branches that are serious about leading society and winning elections. It ought to be understood that the ANC must win elections convincingly. The reason is not because it is power hungry, but because it is the experienced organization with a proven record in the cause of improving the lives of our people for the better, especially the poor and marginalized. We have done a lot since 1994, yet we are the first to say that much more remains to be done. Of course, such a reckless suggestion can never find resonance among our people because they are more than anyone who know what difference the ANC has brought in South Africa since 1994. When we say we have delivered, but there is more to be done, people say that is a reckless statement because ANC has delivered. Working together with our people, we have established a strong, accountable, transparent, and resilient system of local government. Local communities are involved in all developmental initiatives in their respective localities. We have ensured that our councillors hold report back and feedback meetings with their communities. In rural communities, councillors work together with traditional leaders. We have increased the percentage of households connected to the electricity supply from 61.7% in 2001 to 86% in 2014. Millions of people no longer rely on candles to light their homes. We have ensured that the percentage of households with access to pipe water increases from 61.3% in 2001 to 90% in 2014. In addition to this, more than 11.5 million households now receive free basic water services. Indeed, water is life. Without water, very difficult to have life. We have increased the number of households with access to basic and decent sanitation services from 62.3% in 2002 to 79.5% in 2014. It is our deepest conviction that sanitation is dignity. We have increased access to refuse removal and collection from 55.4% of households in 2001 to 64% in 2014. We have built about 3.7 million houses through which we provided homes to about 12.5 million of our people. We have also worked hard to promote access to education for our children. It is for this reason that over 9 million children do not pay school fees. They are taught free of charge by the ANC government. Over 9 million children receive free meals. Just because they come from poor households. We also building new universities and technical colleges so that our young people can learn, build a better life for themselves, and help build the economy. These are just some of the things we have done to demonstrate our commitment to the creation of a better life for all, especially the poor and marginalized. Sibiza. As we approach the 5th democratic local government elections on August the 3rd, we come before our communities with humility to remind you the ANC is your dependable movement with which you have traversed a very long journey from apartheid to democracy. We are here to ask once again that you renew our mandate to lead to all communities into prosperous future, which will be underpinned by quality services and a defined and a dignified life for every citizen. We ask that you vote ANC on the August 3rd so that the ANC we are asking you to vote for the ANC so that we can build on the achievements and progress we have made since 1994, and we continue to do so. To expand the electrification program to the remaining areas to accelerate upgrading and integration of existing dams, build new dams, and improve water public sanitation facilities in towns and cities, and roll out sanitation facilities in informal settlements and rural municipalities. To intensify cleaning campaigns in towns and cities and increase households with access to refuse removal. To ensure that tarred roads are maintained and gravel roads are graded at all times. To address challenges related to building systems and enhancing the system to protect indigent households, and also to mobilize funding for rehabilitation, refurbishment, and replacement of aging infrastructure. Only the ANC has a proper vision for this country with realistic and achievable goals with the communities, we will move South Africa forward. Compatriots, local government is a very critical layer of government and constitutes the very first point of contact between government and the people in the context of basic services. Our people must reject all attempts to turn our municipalities into training grounds for career politicians who have absolutely no credentials in serving communities and have no appreciation of where we come from as a people and what must be done to take us to the desired destiny.
All right, unfortunately, we have to leave it there on that provincial manifesto. But
presented to you by the ANC, would have gone through a rigorous screening process to ensure that they are best suited for the task. The ANC, as an organization that believes in collective action, will ensure that all its councillors convene regular community meetings in order to draw from the wisdom and strengths of our people in the execution of their responsibilities. Our councillors will avail themselves at all times to explain how far they have gone in implementing the manifesto as presented to the nation. They will also explain where they face challenges and what they are doing to resolve those challenges. A vote for the ANC is indeed a vote for public participation and accountability. A vote for the ANC is a vote for a better life. That is what the ANC is saying to us and to the people. We are an organization with an experience, with everything that it takes to serve our people. The former president of the ANC, A.P. Xuma, addressing the ANC National Conference of December 1941, outlined very succinctly the vision of the founding leaders of the ANC. He said, and I quote, "In the founding of the African National Congress in 1912, African leaders of the day displayed a great vision and laid a broad and deep foundation upon which to build the superstructure for African people, African freedom and liberty in the land of their forefathers. They proclaimed through the organization they set up and the efforts they made that only through unity and concerted action of all leaders from our various races and classes, may we hope to achieve our freedom and obtain justice and a fair play in South Africa. They made sacrifices and suffered privation in the cause of African freedom. Some went to jail and became unpopular with power and influence, but remained loyal and true to the cause of the people. Thus, they were the architects of our salvation. Thus, they pointed the way for us. They showed that freedom is precious and a heavy price must be paid for it. Indeed, comrades, freedom is precious. We must never lose sight of that fact, that freedom is precious to us. Freedom also comes with responsibilities. For the ANC, the responsibility is to lead our people to a truly united, non-racial, non-sexist, democratic and prosperous South Africa. It is to lead our people to a South Africa without poverty, inequality and unemployment. It is to lead them to a South Africa that is cohesive, where we all follow one goal of making our country a better place. In building such a South Africa, the ANC needs to be united and focused. This sounds like a cliche because we say it all the time, but it is a fact. Unity is the rock upon which the ANC was founded, and unity is what will make the ANC and South Africa succeed. Comrades, the freedom that we have, we need to try hard to understand what is freedom. Because if we don't understand what is freedom, we are likely to commit mistakes and believe that freedom is complete, and yet is not yet complete. What is freedom? Have we arrived at a real free South Africa in the true sense of the word? Do we have everything we need for freedom? We still need to work harder to ensure that freedom is complete. Therefore, the issue of elections to us must mean something serious. What do we do? What do we understand about elections and freedom? what we understand by freedom and democracy. What we understand about power in a democratic society, the majority rule. I would like to tell you what you know. That the elections in a democratic society mean that you must work, put before the people your manifestos and policies, and make the people to vote for your organization. Because that is power. Your vote, your single vote, put together with other votes, constitutes power. Now, if you win election with a small margin, it means the power to govern the country is very small. And therefore you can do very small things, very small changes is a problem. That's the reason why you have to ensure that every ANC member and supporters vote. That's why you make sure that you explain what is it that you're going to do to the people, so that you get a bigger majority, the landslide, so that you have a big power to change things in a big way. You can deal with the obstacles that delay us from moving forward quicker. There are many things that are still a problem, one of which is the land question. We don't have land. Land is very little. And yet we have land in this country. If we have small majority, you can't do anything about it. But if you have a big majority, you can do something about it. Elections are about power. Power is about governance. If you understand freedom, you then understand that you have got to have power. And you can only derive power through winning elections convincingly with a convincing majority. That's why we are saying when we move to campaign, we must be deployed throughout the country, in every corner of this country, and make each and every voter who support the ANC vote. It must be the task of each and every member, so that we can implement our manifesto. We've got to understand power, understand democracy and freedom. It is the duty of all of us. Freedom means that you should enjoy everything. Yes, we have a political power, no doubt about it. Is it enough to change the country faster? Do we have economic power? Who is in control of the economy? Are we able to use power to gain that control? The security power of the country, is it in our hands? These are matters that must worry this organization that carries the future of our country. I'm very happy that today we welcomed members into the ANC from some organizations that I'm forgetting the name, which organization, by the way, where they come from. Thank you very much. You are welcome, warmly welcome at home. I'm also very happy to see the youth before me, the young people, the future of this country being here. This is a wonderful thing. It tells a very big story that this African National Congress that was formed 104 years ago still has a long future for more and more centenaries, given the fact that we have this youth here, particularly the young girls, the ones who are very important in the country. As the saying goes, you educate a woman, you educate a nation. If the young women are with us, it means the majority of this country is with us. Thank you, young comrades. It is clear that the Women's League will live long and contribute positively as it has been doing in the past to ensure that this organization is powerful as it has been. You are wonderful. You think wonderfully. You take a wonderful decision to be part of this great movement. The ANC is the future. The ANC fought to bring about a South Africa of today. The ANC fought hard to bring about a constitution that today is loved by everyone. It's a part of the product of our struggle. It did not fall from the sky. The ANC led a struggle to bring this constitution that define the rights and the direction that South Africa must take. We are here as the ANC to defend it to the last drop of our blood, because we were oppressed. We had no rights, we now have them. It is the ANC that must lead the defense of our freedom, and will do it by getting the big vote, not the small margin, the big vote. And therefore the question of elections remain the biggest task that comes once in 5 years, whether national elections or municipal elections. It's a big task. We can't sleep from now on until the votes are counted, until we win with an overwhelming majority, so that we can push South Africa forward. It is good to be here with you. Let us renew our partnership for the development of our country through the local government. Local government is important because it connects us to the people. Indeed, local government is in your hands. Vote ANC on the 3rd of August. Amandla! Awethu! Uhinde lendlela esihambayo. Uhinde lendlela esihambayo. Uhinde lendlela esihambayo. so